they need. I got to get the people what they want, you know?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so basically what this is the first podcast. What this podcast is about is, it's for owner operators, by owner operators in the shoes of the trucking industry, because a lot of people, they try to give advice and they try to talk about something they're not even in it. But I'm in
Okay.
it. I'm there every day. I'm on the road all the time, making
All day.
videos, doing all kind of stuff. So I want to give people that owner operator perspective. I want to give people the chance, if they're a company driver wanting to make the switch to become an owner operator, I want to give them the opportunity to be successful so that they don't throw their life down the drain and throw their life savings down the drain trying to get into the trucking industry, but don't have all the knowledge that they need to be able to be successful in doing that. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So before we even begin, let's tell the people who you are and let the people know how long you've been in the industry.
So my name is Lotta Love Hawkins. I am based here in Dallas, Texas. As you can see, I am a home-based insurance agency serving 35 states, more with partnerships. And so we work especially with new ventures with 3 or less years experience to make sure your insurance fits exactly what you need, making sure it's affordable as well as accessible. So we're here to offer guidance along the way.
All right, cool, cool. So everybody know, you may know and you may not know. I'm a content creator. I've been in the trucking game since 2007. I've been a company driver. I've been a lease purchase driver. I've been a owner operator. I done did all kind of stuff, man. I don't work for big companies, work for small companies. I don't work for people that pay you and people that don't pay you. I don't work for people that try to keep you check because they scandalous. You know. But that's besides the point. I got a lot of experience. I've been out here on the road. I've been doing it. I've been in the trenches, been doing it. And guess what? I want to show you how to do it and be successful as well. Okay. Now, one of the things that a lot of people always do, or they always talk about, is, hey, I want to get a truck. I want to get in the trucking game, and we've been hearing that since 2019. Like, a lot of people, I mean, it really started blowing up. 2019, people like, hey, let me get in the truck. I want to get a truck. Then when they let them stimulus packages go, woo, and them stimulus checks, and them
That's
what
what it
what was the other
was.
checks? What they got? What's them other checks that they got?
PPP loans,
Oh yeah, them PPP loans.
borrowing, getting out of business is closing, they getting some money from there, little
Yeah,
severance package. Lots of people were receiving money and then they were trying to find ways to reinvest. So yeah, you're absolutely right. 2019 statistically seen a uptick. August 2019 had some of the highest new entries out there according to, FMCSA. So you are on target. People were getting started, but now 2023, that's kind of a different story. So let's
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, because you get the money, people got the money, and once they got the money, guess what happened? They went out and they was talking to their cousin Pookie. They was talking to their cousin Bobo. They said, "Man, I'm making all kind of money out here." But then they get the truck, and they say, "You know what? I'm gonna go buy me a truck." They go buy a truck. They don't even know that they need a trailer. You know what I'm saying? Or did they go buy a truck and a trailer? No experience. They don't talk to the insurance person at all. They just go buy it, and then they in for a rude awakening because they don't have no CDL. They can't find a driver. They just in it, and they don't wasted a whole bunch of money. So what you gonna do if you just got in the trucking industry and you don't spent this money to get you a truck? You don't spent this money to get you a trailer. You ain't got no driver, and no truck is just sitting because you got to pay that insurance to keep your authority active. Because you went and got your authority, and then you went and got your insurance. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to keep that active. Who gonna be wanting to throw money down the drain every month like that?
Exactly. And it's the same time every month, right? Like rent or mortgage. It's whatever day you started is the day they're going to be expecting a payment 30 days later. And so all of that is tied in. That insurance is like a tattletale system because once you attach it, and we call those filings, the FMCSA knows what you're doing with your insurance. So a lot of people are like, you know what, I could just be late. If you want a big red flag on your authority, you could be late. But if you don't, that's how, the insurance and FMCSA, they have that backdoor system to let one another know what's going on with your trucking company. So,
Yeah. And so when people are getting into the industry, some people are get into the industry and be like, man, I'm gonna get into the industry and I'm gonna get this truck, and they don't talk to the insurance person at all, and they just
hmm
say, hey, look, I need this right here. I just need to. And they going for the cheapest amount of coverage that they can get. When people get into the industry, they go for the cheapest amount of coverage that they can get. So if they can get something for $1,500 a month, I want that. I want that right there. But the thing is, what do you like? Yeah, you got the $1,500 a month, but is it going to be able to cover what you need it to cover? I know you done
Yes,
seen that plenty of times.
yes, because FMCSA, when you're talking about having an authority, they kind of mandate what you need. And that's very different than any other kind of business because most other businesses, if doing some hustling and stuff, t-shirts or whatever, there's no big t-shirt company telling you you have to sell 20 shirts. You got to do this, you got to do that. But having an authority, that's exactly what they tell you. If you're going across state lines, you need at least $750,000. Period. Point blank. Just no way around that if you're going to keep active. If you're staying in the state lines, then it depends on your state. In some states like Mississippi, you get away with 300,000, but are you going to be able to get those contracts you need? Because that's that next piece of,
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing. Everything's very connected. So at 300,000, like you were saying, the bare minimum, what are you applying for? Because you have to make sure those things match. And many people get mad because they always say, well, my insurance changed. Your insurance won't change if you do what you said you were doing when you applied for that insurance.
Yeah.
So it's for a year, 12 months. You said you did this, you'll do that, you'll do this. But in month 2 or 3, you start talking to those cousins and friends again, and you start applying for things that changes everything. But guess what we were talking about earlier? FMCSA, they said there was a change. Insurance said, I got you. Here's your change. Here's your receipt, your invoice, right?
Yeah.
So stay where you are. Stay where you are, or at least think it out before you apply. And then, like Larry was saying, you got to have that conversation with an insurance person, not just to tell it, but to plan it. You want to
Mm-hmm.
plan it because if you are changing just for peak season, do that because you'll get your money back. But don't be caught by surprise that one month it's this amount, the next month is something's different.
Yeah. And you know what too? Like, I've had situations before where I've talked to people, they got money, maybe it's somebody in the NFL. So if somebody from the NFL is listening to this, don't think it's you, because I have several people, many people from that have played in the NFL, that's currently in the NFL, that reach out to
hmm
me and say, "Hey man, I want to buy some trucks. I'm looking to put some money somewhere else," and they want to just jump in and buy like 5 trucks because they got the money to buy 5 trucks. And I tell them, hold up, wait a minute. You don't want to go and do that because your insurance, you don't have a CDL. Your insurance is going to be sky high. Okay, you got a you going out getting brand new trucks as well. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff factors in to what you're going to be doing. So if you're a company driver and you're looking at becoming a owner operator, and you're looking at, hey, you know what? I want to go buy me a brand new truck. Fine. But also know that when you go buy that new truck, that the insurance is going to be up there too. You see what I'm saying? And the contributing factors to that has to do with your age, your experience, all of that stuff right there. I know you can speak on that. Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. That's what many people don't understand, that the rate, first and foremost, is based on the driver, not the equipment. The equipment kind of comes into play a little further down the line, but your driver, and then even more so your owner. So, owner operators, you guys have the biggest discount out there because you not only own the equipment, you're the one behind the wheel. You're the one operating it. So you have full
Mm-hmm.
control versus like an investor, like you said, our NFL players without their CDLs, you just tell other people what to do, but you're not out there making those last minute decisions. Do I swerve? Do I slow down? Do I speed up? What do I do in this
Right.
situation to avoid this accident? So, owner operators, hands down, you are the best suited match for starting a company. And as Larry said, experience matters. I'm gonna be the bearer of the bad news right here. 2 or less years, you need to keep working where you're working. 2 or less years, there are companies out there because they're gonna charge you for it. They're gonna charge you for that inexperience because anytime you're new, it's going to take a minute. Even if you're good, it's going to take a minute because you haven't
Yeah.
seen all there is to see out there on the road. And so experience matters. 4 years plus, it's going to get you benefits. Again, the more experience you have, the bigger the discounts. So the driver actually runs the race.